A hidden crisis is unfolding at the U.S. southern border. More migrants than ever before are arriving, not just from Mexico and Central America, but from countries thousands of miles away: Cuba, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. This isn't just a political debate, it's a humanitarian issue affecting real people and families. Celebrities like Selena Gomez have spoken out about the emotional toll of immigration policies, particularly during the ICE raids that separated families. What's driving this sudden surge? Economic hardship, political turmoil, or something more strategic? Let's uncover the real story behind this migration wave and separate fact from speculation. Welcome to Entertain and Educate Talks, where we bring you in-depth analysis of global events that shape our world. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for well-researched insights into international affairs, history, and politics. The migration surge. In 2023 alone, over 2.4 million migrants were apprehended at the U.S. southern border. But here's what's new. An increasing number of them are coming from Cuba, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. What's pushing them to leave? The answer lies in economic collapse, political repression, and worsening living conditions in their home countries. Cuba is grappling with decades of economic hardship, worsened by U.S. sanctions. Nicaragua has seen increasing authoritarian control under President Daniel Ortega. Venezuela's economy has been in crisis for years, leading to one of the largest mass migrations in modern history. This explains the why. But how are these migrants reaching the U.S.? This is how the migration process looks.
Suba, suba, suba. Vamos arriba, vamos arriba.
The role of geopolitics. It's no secret that these three nations have close ties with Russia. Moscow has provided economic aid, military support, and diplomatic backing to their governments. Cuba. Russian military presence and economic assistance have increased. Nicaragua. One of the few nations that consistently votes with Russia at the UN. Venezuela. Russia has been a key financial and military ally to Nicolas Maduro's government. But while these ties are well established, there is no direct evidence that Russia is using migration as a strategic tool against the U.S. The human side of the crisis. Beyond politics and policies, this crisis has a deeply human impact. Many families arriving at the border are fleeing violence, seeking safety for their children, and hoping for a better future. During the height of the ICE raids, Selena Gomez publicly broke down, expressing her heartbreak over families being separated. She called the situation inhumane and urged lawmakers to act with compassion. ICE raids targeted undocumented immigrants, often leading to family separations. Thousands of children were placed in detention centers, sparking global outrage. Many celebrities and activists rallied for policy changes, pushing for reforms in immigration laws.
I'm so sorry. So many people are getting attacked. The children. I don't understand.
This is why migration isn't just about politics. It's about people. The fear, uncertainty, and pain felt by these families cannot be ignored. The real migration networks. A major driver of migration today is organized smuggling networks. Mexican cartels control key border crossings, profiting from illegal migration. Central American officials sometimes turn a blind eye to the movement of migrants. Some governments, like Nicaragua's, have relaxed exit restrictions, making it easier for people to leave. This is not just a geopolitical issue. It's a crisis driven by crime, corruption, and desperation.
Why are you here?
Buscando una vida mejor.
You want a better life? This woman says she was desperate to escape the violence in Zacatecas, Mexico. She paid smugglers over $15,000 to get here. By morning, she'll be dropped off at her final destination elsewhere in the US. We learned her journey was facilitated by a network of Americans smuggling people from across the nearly 2,000-mile-long stretch of the southern border.
What happens next? As migration numbers continue to rise, countries are tightening their borders and adjusting their policies. The United States has introduced new visa restrictions and border enforcement measures. Mexico has stepped up immigration control to slow crossings. Colombia and Panama are cracking down on smuggling routes like the Darien Gap. But as history has shown, migration is a complex issue, one that won't be solved overnight. The rise in migration from Cuba, Nicaragua, and Venezuela is primarily driven by economic struggles and political crises. While Russia maintains strong alliances with these countries, there is no concrete proof that it is orchestrating migration to the US as a weapon. What is clear is that migration is a global challenge, one that requires long-term solutions, international cooperation, and stronger border management. What do you think? Is the current migration wave part of a larger geopolitical game, or is it simply the result of worsening conditions in these countries? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this analysis insightful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into global affairs. See you in the next one.